What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary Free. I want to talk Maximum Football, but I'll warn you, I'm showing you a screenshot from Canadian Football 2017, a custom Colts and Jets roster that I created. I do that because obviously the conversation we're going to have is indicative of leading up to NFL-based or professional-based gameplay. So David had a concept in one of his most recent videos that I broke down from his FAQ that I think a lot of people looked over or maybe just glanced over and didn't really give enough thought to. So I wanted to dedicate a whole video to it because I actually want your guys' feedback and your opinion on this. So I know that King Havo had talked about doing this, and in reality with his All-Pro Football 2K8 editor, he had no other choice. You know, there was going to have to be some reading of those files and extrapolating of that information. I know that EA and Madden had done something similar, but I just don't think to this detail. So a lot of people want franchise mode, in-depth franchise modes. Clearly Maximum Football does not have one this year, but one of the things that David was looking into was the ability for you to play a season out of Maximum Football, and then a file to be extrapolated by the user, which I assume would include teams and rosters, contracts, hopefully statistics, awards, and then be put over into another company's program that is solely designed to be a football manager. So imagine, if you will, the concept of, I'm going to take a complete real living environment of playing football and then carry that information over to a totally separate, complete living environment of football management. And then take that when completed, so your free agent signing, your coaching staffs, everything that you do in a football manager that, to be honest with you, doesn't even get scratched by EA or really by any game that we've seen, even going back to 2K, as far as football management is concerned. In fact, I would say maybe one of the bigger challenges of this whole project is making sure that everything that's done in the football manager would have a viable reaction in the game. But imagine if you could do that and then take that information back off that football manager and put it back into the game to continue a season. Now, there's a lot of legwork there for the gamer. I'm going two completely different platforms, two completely different games, but I'm doing so to get the flat-out most in-depth experience that I can out of one football game. And truthfully, I wouldn't have any issues doing that. I actually think it's a brilliant concept. I'd never thought about marrying those two together. And the really maybe thing that we overlook the most is you would get people not only that were playing Maximum Football that wanted that franchise experience in, but you're also getting people in whatever manager he would deal with and having them see the option of playing their actual teams on a field against each other, which, you know, really, other than just visually looking at the games play out in a text-based way or in like a 2D rendering, which we've seen, you actually wouldn't really have a way to control those players the same way you would, obviously, playing the game in a 3D perspective through Maximum Football currently. So it really is an interesting concept, but again, I don't know how many of you would be willing to go through all that to actually play it out. But if you think about it, it would really, really be interesting. And the great thing about it is you could take as long as you wanted to get through your season and your off season because you're using two different programs. There's no rush. I could literally have a week to handle all my team management, coaching, hiring, firing, improving players, retirements. Everything would be done so distinctly different and separate at my pace, not the game's step by step by step by step, because I'm in a totally different living environment, if you will. It really is an interesting concept to think about, and it's something that I'm surprised no game has taken advantage of already, given the fact that these football managers have been around for quite a while. So I'd love to know your guys' thoughts on this. I appreciate you checking it out, and you know that I'll be back in the week with more commentary.